I've always liked the moon because, I don't know, I guess when I was growing up I was considered a moon child or something because I was born in July, which this year, June and July, really doesn't have a full moon that we can see. It waxes gibbous and wanes gibbous right around the time that it should be full, which I guess it's getting full on the other side of the world. But anyway, I was studying about it the other day because I was just interested in it, and I had this app that tells about the moon and shows all the different cycles, and I've always wondered about the cycles. I don't know if you know all this, but I'm going to share it with you, and if you know it, I guess you'll shut this off, but if you don't, I thought it was pretty interesting. But basically, when you have a new moon, and your new moon is starting out, it's blank. You don't even see it unless you know where it's at, and you can see the outline of it maybe faintly. Okay. When you start seeing some of it, materialize from the right side. It starts lightening up from the right. Well, that's called waxing. Okay. And as it's growing from a new moon, it's waxing crescent because it's not even, it's in a crescent shape as what we know. It has like two horns looking, side from the side, you know what I'm saying? So it's called crescent. And until it gets to the halfway point, which is called first quarter moon, it's waxing crescent. And then after that quarter moon, it starts waxing gibbous. And my understanding is gibbous is kind of oblong, kind of like an egg. It's bigger than half. So, bigger than the half of the size of a round. So it's gibbous. So it waxes gibbous until it becomes full. Okay? Then you have a full moon. Then after the full moon, it starts waning gibbous, because as it gets smaller, it's still bigger than half. So it's waning gibbous, okay, until it gets to about the half mark, and that's called third quarter moon. So I guess the second and fourth quarter moons are on the other side of the moon. I don't know. You have a first quarter and a third quarter. Okay, from the third quarter then, it starts getting smaller. Now it's waning crescent. So it's waning crescent it back into the new moon. So it wanes crescent into the new moon. Then out of the new moon, it waxes crescent until it gets to the first quarter. Then it waxes gibbous, and then it till the full moon, and then wanes gibbous to the third quarter, and wanes crescent back to the new moon. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. I had lived all this time and never really knew it. I just looked at it and said, oh, it's a crescent moon. Oh, that's I didn't really know if it was waning, waxing, whatever, and didn't know what gibbous meant. But I was reading about it the other morning because, I've got all this spare time to do stuff. Not really, but anyway, it was just one of those mornings where I woke up a little early and I saw something about the moon, and I got to reading about it and said, that's interesting. So anyway, I thought I would share it with you. Have a great weekend. Have a great Sabbath. And just enjoy what God has blessed us with, okay? Have a good one.